Okay, nothing's working. The beacon's not working and the app is not working. Don't worry, because in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to fix these problems and troubleshoot at least 90% of the problems you may face. So the first thing we need to establish is if the beacon is powered up or not. The easiest way to do that is to simply click the device, and if it's powered up, you'll see the LED light flash. If it's not powered up, you won't see the flash at all. So that guy is not powered up. This one's not powered up. And this one's not powered up. So the next thing we need to establish is if the app is running in the background. And the easiest way to do this for most of you is simply double click the beacon. And if the beacon is configured to ring your phone, then your phone will ring if it's operating in the background. So let's double click this one. And you can see it rings my phone. Okay? Now, the procedure for powering these guys up. Let's go to check inventory. And the first thing we need to make sure is that they stay connected before we power up. Now, you can tell it stay connected if the two arrows point to each other. And the top three are stay connected, but my remote is not stay connected. So let's go back and configure it temporarily to be stay connected. I hit save. Now I go back. Now let's power each one of these up individually. So just long press for 3 seconds. And you see that it connects almost immediately. Long press for 3 seconds. There it connects. And again. All right, they're all connected. Now let me go back and revert or make this not stay connected because I don't want all the alerts on my remote. Okay, so the question is, why do these power off in the first place? Well, the most common way they power off is if, for instance, this is in your wallet and you sit on it just so. A long press of 5 seconds powers the beacon off. So if I press it for 5 seconds, it powers off. And let's double check by single clicking. And yes, it's powered off. So the best way to avoid this is not have your wallet in your back pocket, but have it in your front pocket, which is the recommended practice anyway. So let me go ahead and power this guy back on. And it's powered on. Okay. Now, what if the app is not running in the background? I will demo what to do with my Android phone, but this procedure will apply to Apple as well. First, let's establish what's powered up or not. This beacon is powered up because the LED light flashed. This beacon is not powered up. And this beacon is not powered up. Now I'm going to attempt to ring my phone by double clicking this one. And nothing happens. So let's launch the app and try to get clues as to why it's not operating in the background. First, let's power these two beacons up. So I'm going to long press, I think this is my wallet, long press it. And there it connects almost immediately. I'm going to long press this one. And there it connects. Now I'm going to select my wallet and try to get clues as to why this thing is not operating in the background. So if I scroll down, you'll see Debug Connection and Alerts. And here in this module, you'll get a lot of clues as to what may be going on. First, I look at my connection status and I see that it's connected. I look at my alerts, and all the alerts that I want enabled are enabled. Now you want to pay particular attention to the permissions. You see that there are 2 permissions that are not enabled. I can enable them directly from the app by clicking this link. It's kind of a 2-step process. Select OK. And here's a list of apps that are not optimized. We want to put TallyGo in this list. So you have to select from the drop down, you have to select all apps, and then you have to scroll down till you find TallyGo, and then you put it in the list. But I think the easiest way to do this is actually not directly from the app, but go from your phone settings. So let's go to our phone settings, select apps, select all apps, and scroll down till you find TallyGo. There's TallyGo. And then you'll see something called app battery usage. Let me it's lagging behind a little bit. All right, select app battery usage. And here we want to make it unrestricted. And then go back and then toggle off this pause activity if unused. I think on Samsung the wording is slightly different, but it's close. All right, now let's go back to TallyGo, and now we see all our permissions are checked off. Now if I look in my preferences, I've turned my background service off. I did that just for demo purposes, but let's go back to preferences here and turn our background service back on. Go back. All right, now we're in good shape. Go home. Now I can swipe off, and it should remain active in the background. So let's double click. And indeed, it rings my phone. Another tip, sometimes you just need an old-fashioned reboot. So if you go to preferences, you can select restart app, and it restarts it. On Apple, however, it's a little different. You have to select the app, double click the home beacon, and then swipe off. That takes it out of memory, and then you can launch it again. And that's basically how you reboot the app. Now for you Samsung users, there may be another problem. It's called app killers. Even with all the permissions enabled, Samsung may shut your app down anyway. The telltale sign is if your app stops working after 3 days. Just Google Samsung and app killer and look up your model for a workaround. A popular website is this one, called don'tkillmyapp.com. Here he offers some workarounds. Okay, to recap, here's what we learned. A long press of the beacon of 5 seconds turns the beacon off. A long press of 3 seconds turns the beacon on. A single click of the beacon can determine if the beacon is powered on. Double click a beacon configured to ring your phone to determine if the app is running in the background. Go to check inventory, select item, scroll down to debug connection and alerts to get clues as to why it may not be operating in the background. If you made it this far, good for you, and thanks for watching.